Are you serious? Are you serious, folks? Planet X! Well, I know a lot of people are concerned about Planet X and all of the 5 waves of energy and how the heavens are shaking. But today, an asteroid is going to come very close, less than 50,000 miles from the surface of the Earth. This thing, the name of this asteroid, nobody's talking about it. It's amazing to me, but I'm looking right at the charts. Right now, on this November 2nd, there is 1,739 potential hazardous asteroids, not going by the Earth today, but are on their way. The one that's going to go by, there's 2 of them going by today, too, but one is very close. The one asteroid that's going to go by today is 2016 VA. It is 0.2 lunar distance. 0.2. That means it is less than 50,000 miles from the surface of the Earth. The moon is 245,000 miles, give or take, because it kind of varies. But just go with 245,000 miles from the moon to the Earth. This asteroid is way closer to us than it is the moon. All right? It's also 16 meters in size. Pretty big rock. If it was to come crashing through and do a deep impact, it would create a catastrophic event. I'm telling you. It doesn't take a big rock to create a ton of damage. Good news is, this one is not going to hit us. But there may be some other smaller debris, some other debris that's going to swing by. This thing's coming by way too close to not be bringing some smaller companion rocks with it, all right? So heads up, big time, as this goes by. It's 2016 VA. Also, another asteroid will go by, but don't worry about it. It's 7.1 lunar distance, so it's quite a distance away. And it is called 2016 UX5. But it's not going to bother us. It's this one that's really concerning. Very, very, very close at 0.2 lunar distance, and that is asteroid 2016 VA. And remember, there is, identified by NASA, 1,739 potentially hazard asteroids that will be called near-Earth objects that will be going by the Earth in the coming days and weeks. Now, there's been unbelievable, spectacular auroras that were visible in the skies, especially directly under the Arctic Circle. Incredible aurora outbursts, they're called. Mike from around the world told us this was going to happen. And he said if it does happen, in a lot more than normally, then it means that the 5 waves of energy are affecting our magnetosphere around the Earth. And we've already heard BP Earthwatch tell us that it is definitely being affected, that CERN may have some role to play in that, but certainly the waves of energy are affecting our magnetosphere, our protection, our force field, if you will, to protect us from radiation and UV rays. And with the sun having this massive hole on it, its solar winds are releasing clear shot at us because there's nothing blocking them up there at the sun. We're getting poured on with UV rays. We just got to pray there's not a massive solar flare, an X flare, which could fry power grids. I mean, seriously, we are getting those reports even from the federal government of the danger of that could happen. So even though the auroras are beautiful, and we're going to be showing you some pictures of auroras and things today on our live broadcast if you're at my website at www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. That's paulbegleyprophecy.com. So there's some incredible stuff going on. But one more thing I got to share with you, and that is last night we had 36 fireballs in the sky reported all over the world. 36 different fireballs around the Earth. Every night there's usually a few, but man, this was a lot. 36 last night, and with this asteroid coming, I'm wondering if some of this could be some debris ahead of this asteroid that's going to go whizzing by the Earth today. Extremely close. I'm talking extremely close. Getting very close to even the satellites that orbit the Earth. And I'm sure that the guys in the space station up there better keep their eyes open as this thing goes by about 48,000 miles from the face of the Earth. That's incredible, okay? Very close. It's 16 meters in size. But 36 fireballs last night reported in the skies around the globe in different locations of the Earth, okay? So there's a lot of activity going on. I'm going to talk about all of this. I'm going to put the link below. You can actually look at the beautiful pictures of the auroras. You can see the trajectories of the fireballs. And you can also see the chart of the asteroids that are coming. I'll put the link below. And if you want to see some unbelievable, spectacular visuals of auroras and fireballs and things, you don't want to miss our broadcast. Starts at 12 noon Eastern at my website at www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. Now you say, what does this got to do with prophecy? Jesus said that there shall be great signs and fearful sights in the heavens. I'll read the verse for you. It's found in Luke chapter 21. If you go there with me, just a couple verses. You know, Jesus said there'd be signs in the sun, the moon, and the stars, and distress of nations with perplexity, and the sea and the waves roaring. Men's hearts would fail them for fear, for looking after those things that are coming upon the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, he said, look up, lift up your head, for your redemption draweth nigh. Well, in Luke 21, verses 10, it says, Then said he unto them, Nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and great earthquakes shall be in divers places, and famines, and pestilences, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven. Well, those fearful sights and great signs are being seen in the skies last night. We'll show you some of them. God bless. Give your life to Jesus Christ. He's coming soon. He's coming soon.
Man, that explains us, really explains us. The spokesperson says that statement comes after the government looked at several data sources other than this tape, although they will not tell us what those data sources were. With us now, the physicist, Michio Kaku. He is the author of Physics of the Impossible and is about to explain to us exactly what happened. Thank you for coming.
Glad to be on.
Help me. You've gone point by point by point.
Frame by frame, I've gone through the video tape.
So you stopped this video and you looked at frame by frame by frame, and what did you learn?
At first, I thought, oh my God, an unauthorized launch of a ballistic missile. This is scandalous.
Or an accident.
Or an accident, right?
Yeah.
But then I said to myself, wait a minute. When you go frame by frame, something is wrong. First of all, the object is not accelerating. Rockets have booster rockets that take it to 18,000 miles per hour. This thing is cruising at a constant velocity. Second, it's changing direction slightly. Ballistic missiles never change directions. Third, it's going in the wrong direction. We fire from Los Angeles, Vandenberg. We fire east to west to Kwajalein in the Pacific, sometimes north over a polar orbit. This thing was going northeast in the wrong direction. And also, even though it looks like it's going vertically up, maybe you're looking at it edge on. When you look at an airplane going edge on, it looks like it's going straight up when it's actually cruising very gently. Not only that, contrails expand rapidly at the base. The older it is, the larger they expand.
Like the contrail right there.
Right. So it looks as if that thing is moving away from you, right? Actually, it's probably moving toward you.
Huh.
It's an optical illusion caused by the fact that we look at the bottom, we think the bottom is closer than the top. When actually,
it's fatter.
Yeah, because it's fatter, because the contrails expand. Now, there's airplanes from Hawaii to Phoenix that go right over Los Angeles at around exactly the time which is in question. So it's probably a commercial airliner that is cruising very slowly. And the killer is, this is now the smoking gun. We have radar analysis of the entire area. We see no evidence of a fast-moving object. All we see are airplanes. That's all we see in the area. So why doesn't the Pentagon simply come out and say what we physicists believe, that it is an airplane? And the reason is it's always hard to disprove a negative.
Right.
It's always easier to prove a positive, but to disprove a negative is very difficult. You can't rule out this possibility or that probability with a certain % error, right? That's why the Pentagon is being very coy about this, I think.
Well, you know, my problem with all this from the very beginning has been we keep track of every single aircraft and every part of our sky at every second of every day. Every 4.3 seconds it updates.
Right.
So we know where every jet is every 4.3 seconds. So can't they look at this video and go, oh, this was United 1231 en route from... I mean, that would help. Why put us through all of this?
Well, it's hard to disprove a negative. In other words, the radar...
But if you were the FAA, you can say, all right, we know exactly the time this was taken because it went live on their air.
Right.
They can say this was this flight. Why won't they?
I think they need a new PR director.
Okay.
I think that's what they really need, because they really need a dose of reality. You know, the Pentagon has to interface with the public. Yeah. The public is the taxpayer. They pay the bills. And the taxpayer has a right to know what is going over their skies. And also, jet pilots also weighed in on it. They say they saw nothing unusual. But how can you say that when there was this gigantic contrail in their own backyard?
Yep. Why wasn't everybody on the coast screaming?
The answer is jet pilots look down from above where it looks horizontal and ordinary. We look at it from the bottom up. and we see these gigantic plumes of gas shooting straight up. But somebody up there looking down sees a horizontal plume of exhaust. Therefore, that's why the pilots say, I saw nothing. There's nothing out of the ordinary there.
It's a jet, isn't it?
It's a jet. In other words, you look at all the dots, and you take the simplest line that goes across all the dots, and that's a jet. Sorry for all you conspiracy bugs.
Well, I'm sure they were having fun with it. We were enjoying the video, but I can tell you're very smart. You know exactly what you're talking about. But at the end of this program, I'm going to show them what it really is. It's aliens. But I'm going to show them how it works. Thank you for setting us straight. Very helpful. One charity finding a relatively...
Are you serious? Are you serious, folks? Planet X! Well, I know a lot of people are concerned about Planet X and all of the 5 waves of energy and how the heavens are shaking. But today, an asteroid is going to come very close, less than 50,000 miles from the surface of the Earth. This thing, the name of this asteroid, nobody's talking about it. It's amazing to me, but I'm looking right at the charts. Right now, on this November 2nd, there is 1,739 potential hazardous asteroids, not going by the Earth today, but are on their way. The one that's going to go by, there's 2 of them going by today too, but one is very close. The one asteroid that's going to go by today is 2016 VA. It is 0.2 lunar distance. 0.2, that means it is less than 50,000 miles from the surface of the Earth. The moon is 245,000 miles, give or take, because it kind of varies. But just go with 245,000 miles from the moon to the Earth. This asteroid is way closer to us than it is the moon. All right? It's also 16 meters in size.